This one over here is very nicely made. What the heck is up there on top? Looks like a chair from here. Maybe it's just a cactus. We'll see. Well, how about that? What's in the box? Oh, it's a battery. Oh, this may be a scouting location for the cartels or people who are smuggling people or drugs. There's a ranch down there, but you can see there's nobody living within miles of here, except for maybe that little ranch. Another one further out down there. But what the heck? I have encountered car batteries before on some of these hills in southern Arizona. I should say I'm north of Interstate 8. Typically Interstate 8 is the dividing line. Well, that may be 50 miles from the border. You know, people, if they can walk that far, they can get picked up. Now this is north, so that's very interesting. Somebody was using this place as an observation point, I guess. Now that's not why I'm out here. I'm out here to look for old Indian stuff. And my plan today is to walk. You can see this ribbon, this green ribbon down here. That's an ancient river or wash. And I know a few miles upstream there's a lot of petroglyphs. And I've walked in the past a few miles downstream and found pottery. And because it's a nice day today, I thought I would just come out and walk a completely blank, unknown section to me. Made it to the wash. It's clear people, off-road vehicles, drive along here. I'm not seeing anything out here today. Well, I moved the car about, I don't know, 8 or 10 miles south. I couldn't find anything interesting in that first spot, so I come to a spot I've been before where I know at least there's some pottery. So it'll be more fun to walk around here. Back to the wash. Always a little bit of a thicket to get through. Well, that one looks real interesting. She looks like a cylinder. That's not too common a piece of painted pottery. I don't know whether that's a narrow neck of a jar or a part of a ladle or a handle or something. That's more interesting. Pretty big, thick piece. Oop, I dropped it. It's not that fragile. But it's plain. Another plain piece here. It's only painted one side, so you got to turn over a bunch if you want to make sure you're not missing some. Well, this is interesting. I just picked this up. White piece stands out like that, but you can see the texture on it. It's a bit of seashell. There's a fly on my wrist. And the Holcomb are well known for making jewelry from seashells. It comes up from the Gulf of California. It's, I don't know, 150 miles away, something like that. But this is a good sign of them having done some work here, finding a piece like that. There's some flies biting me. But that's very cool. I just picked up this one, and though also not a great specimen, that's paint on it, definitely. It's darkened. It may have been better to begin with. But that's the second piece of vaguely painted pottery I found. That's where it was. Well, I just sat down to have a drink, and I might as well look at a few pieces of pottery while I'm sitting here. It's a pretty good sized one. I sat next to. You can see there's pottery everywhere, but not much painted pottery that I've been able to find. There's a bigger piece over here. Bit of curvature to it. You can see the pottery out there. So there's lots of pieces to turn over. Okay, not too far from my pack, where I sat down a second ago. I see a unmistakable piece right there. Look at the stripes on that one. That is painted red on buff. Probably 1,000, 1,200 years old or so. Plain on this side. Nice hand painting job on that side. I can see another one down there. The lines are broken here. That's the pattern painted on this one. It's a bit lighter color. This is really more of a buff. The other one was a little oranger, I think. Oh, look, and there's a line on the back side too. So this vessel was decorated on both sides. That's nice. There's actually many types of this whole what I call red on buff. I think that's a term for one of the types. And there's another one. Some squiggly lines. This one's sort of buried there. That's a rim piece, but just plain. Sort of interesting. It's a nice plain edge piece, rim piece. And here's another one. I believe that's paint. It looked like that before I turned it over. So it's right around the same area where I stopped and had a drink. I just finished my pack right there. And I found all this stuff within, I don't know, 30 feet of here. Oh, look at that. There's another pretty big rim piece. All the curvature on that. But plain. Pretty big edge piece there. Worth looking at. Just sitting right out in the open. Sort of funny looking thing I picked up, but after looking at it closely, I think it's another piece of shell. The glycimerus is what they used, but that sort of looks like, particularly this little point at the bottom. I moved a couple hundred yards. It's an interesting piece. I don't know, it's a different color than most. It looks a bit yellowish in this light through my sunglasses. It's a nice rim piece. It's interesting. Well, I'm going to drive up to the petroglyph site. That'll be the next stop. Well, there are the petroglyphs over there. There's some nice ones. A friend of mine brought me here, I don't know, 6, 8 years ago. This is not an area that I have studied very much, but I'm grateful he showed me some of these. Well, this one looks like, the one on the right certainly looks like a centipede with a circle around it. On the left we've got 4 stacked circles with a backbone. Well, there's a lot going on with this panel, so look at it at home and add some comments there. There's another pretty busy panel. And this is probably the biggest panel right here. This one I'd like to look at in a little more detail. This one over here is very nicely made. It's a lizard man and geometric figure with some teeth.